How's it going, everyone? Thanks for joining Let It Fly Disc Golf, and in today's video I'm going to give you my 9 tips to becoming a better disc golfer, so stay tuned. So we're at Cobb. It's a 9-hole course. We're on hole 1. As you can see, there's no actual concrete tee pads. There's no signs, so more than likely I'll put the signage up on the screen as far as the distance goes. Everything's a par 3 out here, and we're just gonna play a 9-hole round. As you can see, the basket's way out there. We're just gonna go right of the tree and let it finish in. So hopefully this has some stability to it. If not, 2 off top. Skip. Got some good finish off the tree. Let's go up the gut. Just a nice little dinker, nothing too difficult. Probably about 20 feet away from the basket. Give it a first putt of the day. We do have a little bit of downhill slope on the backside, so let's just put it in the basket. All right, so hole 1, tip 1. When you're playing a comfortable round or just a round in general, count your disc. Know how many discs you start out with. Sometimes I like to have 20 to 25 discs in my bag, and a nice even number-ish, so that this way I know that I always have that many discs in my bag. If I'm putting one in there and I want to keep it around 25, 20, I'll take one out that I possibly think that I won't be throwing for that day. All right, hole 2. You can see it right there. And tip number 2 is trust your technique. So sometimes we want to kind of see like, okay, I need to put a lot of power, so I'm gonna bite down and get it there. But if anything, your technique might fall apart because of that. So you want to stay loose and just trust the technique. Too far? Get over, get over. Yep, all right, not too bad. You need a big shot to go over the trees, and that's totally fine. Sometimes you just want to take par. Now, kind of 2.2 tip on these type of distances. Yeah, you can do like a little floaty kind of upshot, but sometimes it might get you into danger because we have OB behind it. So sometimes it's good to go ahead and jump putt. So I'm gonna pull it to my left side and try to give it enough spin so it can get there. Or give it a chance. Holy crap. Flying past the basket. Since we're in Texas, we do the Texas flip, but I like to do the Texas tornado flip. Little dinker, not much legs. All right, hole 3, you got to get through the gap and then it filters left. And so this is my hole 3 tip. When you're shooting gaps, try to go with a disc that you're really comfortable with. If I went with like a really stable driver and it doesn't feel good in my hands, I might pull it to the right or pull it to the left. This is a really tight gap, so even though I'm going with something comfortable, I still might hit a tree, but I'm gonna give myself the best type of chances that I possibly can. You really just wanna miss the tree in the middle. If you can get past it, it should get you out there. So I'm not gonna power up on it. Just stay nice and smooth and just try to get it somewhere through there. Skip. This is that funny distance again, where it's like, okay, is it a throw? I could probably jump putt it, but we have the tree and I don't wanna hit the tree and then get stuck. So a lot of this I'm just doing with my shoulders. I'm not trying to pull all back and then trying to go. Just really like, boom. All right, here we go. I'm not gonna tell you yet, but there's something funny about this course. Put it in the comments. I'll hopefully remember to tell you at the very end, but kind of throws people off. All right, hole 4, basket's tucked in on the trees on the left side. We have a double mando. We have a telephone pole over here right of this little yellow sign. and then the big tree over here on the left. You do have a forehand gap on the left side or a little turnover, or you can go through the right gap, but then most of the time it doesn't filter through. Tip number 4 is focus on one thing when you're out playing, either in a tournament or just playing in general. Be smooth. Get around it, get around it. Yep. Now I'm gonna give this a soft bid because I normally don't go too far past the basket. Ugh. So like for me, my putts on those long type of throws really only go maybe 10, 15 feet past the basket, so it's not really that big of a comebacker. So like I said, just kind of screen past the basket a little bit. 1, 2, 3. It's really, really good to count your putts past the basket. If you haven't seen my putting videos, I talk about how you can kind of gauge what you need to do for your putt depending on how far you are away from the basket. All right, we're on hole 5. You can see the basket right there. Tip number 5, when you have funny tee pads like this, or if the tee pad is like pointing in the wrong direction or whatever, you may need to slow down. We're going downwards. So as I start to fall, this will sometimes cause you to throw nose up because you're falling and then you have to redirect the disc to come up. Otherwise you're gonna throw it in the ground. So for me, I like to get closer to the downslope where it's not sloping as much and then go slow. This does throw off your timing a little bit, so it does take some practice. Not too bad. Down. Easy par. We're still on a par train. We do have a birdie hole coming up. So let's get over there, see what we can do. All right, hole 6. Mando tree to the right. And just let's get it down there.
Mashed potatoes!
All right, so this is when you would technically start counting. Like if I'm walking up to my basket and people are putting, I'll kind of position myself over to the right as long as I'm in circle, or if I'm up, then I would kind of hurry up and then count past the basket. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're a little outside the circle. We could jump. We'll do a Texas tornado flip. There were some people on the tee. I couldn't really talk, but hole 6 tip is when you go for that final step, try to shorten your step, your last step. And then 2, don't stagger as much. We want to really try to be in a straight line, because what that's doing is it's bringing our momentum forward instead of this way. The other thing is that if your hips are not turned all the way back, it's easy for you to get your hips involved. So let's give it a good bid. Trying to finish with my hand up. Oh, she went in. It was like totally not a good putt as far as the feel goes, but it grabbed the basket, which is all we can count on. All right, hole 7. You can kind of see it where those cars are. It's sitting on top of the tree stump. We have a Mando over here on the left side. There is an arrow on the right side of the tree. Sometimes they play that as a double Mando. In this case, we're shooting up the gap anyways. Hole 7 tip is course management. So in this case, I don't want to go with anything crazy overstable since all of the street is OB. And even if I do get a good throw, if it starts to filter out, it's filtering towards OB. We have a left to right wind. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw something a little bit more understable, because even if it doesn't filter left, at least it should hopefully keep me right of the O bound. Be loose. Get under it. Now sit. Oh, sit. It was like playing with OB the entire time. Is this a throw or a jump putt? For me, I'm gonna try to go for a jump putt, but really give it there. The basket's on an island, so past it is only like 8 feet. And so let's give it a good, decent bid. I shouldn't be able to throw this too far. All right, we're down on the goalie. It would have been nice to be a little bit over to the right, but throw a better shot, you might have a chance. All right. So in this case, this is kind of difficult to get the body into it. Try to practice the swing since we're on a funny slope. And here we go. Ah. Look at it, look at it. Dang it. All right. Again. Almost had it. Needed to give it a little bit more legs. Really steep hill, but we're still under par. Let's see if we can hold on to that. All right, hole 8, way at the end of the other side of the trees. That's gonna bring me to my hole 8 tip. A couple of them. If you're playing a casual round, throw 2 off. But just like I said in the beginning, make sure you count all your discs at the beginning, so this way you know how many you threw. The worst thing is throw your favorite disc on the hole and then just forget about it. Because how many people are gonna call you, right, to say, hey man, I got your disc. And if you're not, and you're watching this and you never done that, if it has a number on there, give them a call. They might tell you, hey, go ahead and keep it. But you never know. Some people are willing to give up some money like me to get my disc back. All right, the other thing is that this tee pad is going uphill. So sometimes you may have to slow down because your foot is gonna touch the ground a lot sooner than if it was flat. And then that will cause you to throw his nose up. I'm gonna throw 2 off the tee. All right, here we go. Be nice and smooth. Pretty good. Guy's in the background trying to razz me, which is tip number 3. use them as that razz energy. Get through. Jump up there. Not bad. All right, not too bad. Let's count these off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we got our second shot over here. Not too bad. We'll do a Texas tornado flip and we'll just see if we can make it. It won't count towards our score, but good putting practice. Now if I miss that, we're taking that. We'll give it a Texas tornado flip, a Texas Tony tornado flip, a Texas tornado Tony Tercel flip. All right.
Yeah, boy.
Booyah! Hole 9. This one's a tricky one. The basket's on an elevated pin, and I mean, most of the time the wind is kind of crazy right now. I think we have a right to left. So I'm just trying to end up between the big tree and the light pole, somewhere in that area if I can. If not, we'll deal with it. But that's gonna bring me to my hole 9 tip. Enjoy disc golf, man. Disc golf, you hear all these different stories about how disc golf has changed people's lives. When people get injured and they bounce back because of disc golf, it's a beautiful story. Or in this case, they found disc golf one way or the other, whether it's watching YouTube videos or playing with a friend. Invite people out, have a good time. I have a crew that is great to play with. They make me a better disc golfer, and they also tell me whenever they see that my game is improving, which is awesome as well. Don't get me wrong, sometimes this game can get frustrating. There was a time where I was just like so over it that I was like, you know what? If somebody can have my whole entire bag of discs, $5, you know what I mean? Just take it. What am I doing out here? But we love this game, man. And the more people play it, the more people respect it, our sport will grow. And so a lot of great people out there running tournaments. Really want to take my hat off to you. Keep doing what you're doing. It is appreciated, even if it does get frustrating at times, but have fun with it. Let's just get it out there. Come back. Baby, come back. Not bad. She got down there. So let's see if I can execute this. I'm gonna fan it and just give it a little go. Set. Okay. It's still gonna be a tester, but let's see if we can make our putt. We do have a right to left wind, so hopefully this doesn't get played around too much. But we should be shooting under par anyways. So let's just see if we can bang it. Banging chains. Nope. Still under par, no big deal. But this course can do that to you. All right, that's gonna be it for this video. If you want to see more of this content or this kind of format, please let me know in the comments if it's enjoyable to watch. Maybe I'll bring my brother on and we'll do like a battle, monthly battle, kind of like Foundation Disc Golf. Other than that, keep an eye out for merch. Maybe we can do a brothers versus doubles match as well. Back swaps, anything that you kind of see on the internet. A lot of the stuff from Foundation Disc Golf is pretty cool. Definitely go check them out. Other than that, keep up the good work, get out in the field, let it fly. Peace.